next one goes by a code name called Immersion. And I wrote it for a mentor of mine who died kind of a rough death. He seemed so healthy. He was about 62 or so, just all of energy. And he was a close family friend, good friends with my parents, and just an absolute mentor to me. And I wrote this number for him and for his family as he lay in the hospital extremely sick after a heart attack and came off the heart attack, had his rib cage cut open just to find out he then had lung cancer, and he'd sit there and cough, these cough attacks, his ribs just didn't go back together, and it was really rough. And I had the chance to play this for him about 5 times before he passed. And the first time I played it, well, the second time he came. The first time I played it was very public. The second time I had him come over to my parents' house. He came with his family, some of his kids and his wife. And when I played for him, when I got done with this, he wept in my arms. Utterly wept in my arms for 5 minutes. He meant a lot to me. He had a tremendous impact on my life, and I love this man with all my heart. And this is for him. But it is called Immersion because you will hear the pleadings and the yearnings of his heart as he laid in that hospital bed. And you'll hear then a B section of the music, totally different. And then after that, when it comes back to the original theme, in my mind is always the words, and now rise. Now rise. And he did. He had a moment before he died. For about 3 weeks, he had a sudden burst of energy. And was just alive. It was really something to see, actually. But I liken it to this. When I was a young man, and this is what I want to share with my music that God gave me, and with everything I do, to anyone within the sound of my voice or the music, that I prayed my guts out one summer wanting to know who God was, and if He loved me. I fasted, I prayed, I read every scripture I could get my hands on. Because do any of you know the feeling of going to bed at night with an emptiness and a void? And I felt that through my teenage years. I felt that, and I didn't want it. And I prayed, God, do you love me? Am I worthy of your love? Because I didn't feel good enough for it as a young man. And so after a summer of lots of praying, fasting, and searching, I will never forget the night I was driving back to school. I moved up to go to Utah State when I was still in high school. And when I got around Willard Bay, I was driving along, and there came something over me that filled my whole body. And I sat there and I said out loud, what is this? What is this? And I had been fasting until the day before this, searching and yearning. I had to know. And I knew it was Jesus Christ. And I sat there and I wept all the way back to my apartment. I didn't know what to say, but I just said, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I couldn't believe it. The burden, the emptiness was utterly gone and replaced with a joy indescribable. That's the music I play. That's the music I write. If He did that for me, it's the least I can do to raise my voice in every corner of the world I can find. And that's what immersion is about, is coming out. And I mean, not only did I not have empty evenings alone in bed anymore, I was alive. It's like the very air I was breathing was different. So that is what I love.